Hey, this is Countdown to Outbound. What's going on here? It's 5 p.m. Central Time in the US, but it's 8 a.m. in Sydney, Australia. That means I've got my cup of coffee because we are doing this week Countdown to Outbound Down Under in Australia. We have with us today a very special person, Bernadette McClelland. And wow, she is going to be kicking off Outbound Down Under. So, hey, I hope you've got your cup of coffee. I've got my cup of coffee, regardless of what time it is in the world. It's Countdown to Outbound. Let's roll the video. Let's get going. We'll get Bernadette in here in just a second. Bernadette, how are you? Good morning.
Mark Hunter, I am well. How are you?
Hey, I am. Hey, first of all, how's my Monday going to be?
Monday is amazing. The sun has come up, trust me. And here in Melbourne, it is shining brightly, although the clouds are coming. But guess what? After the clouds, there is always sunshine.
I forgot. That's right. You're in Melbourne because that's actually where we met. We met down by the waterfront in Melbourne where we had lunch. That was the first time we actually met. I remember that. I remember that very well because I paid for lunch. No, it's okay. It's
okay.
I
bought you lunch, buddy. No, actually, the first time we met was at Top Sales World with Jonathan Farrington in London.
Oh, it was in London. I was thinking we had met. See, this is international traveling. See, I thought I met you in Melbourne. Then we saw each other in London. But you're saying we met first in London. Then we met each other in Melbourne. And of course, we saw each other 2 years ago at OutBound in Atlanta. Yeah.
Yes, seriously, you made such an impact on me in London. I just had to catch up with you in Melbourne.
Yeah, because you didn't have to travel far. I had to travel halfway around the world. So anyway, but hey,
you did.
Great to have you. I'll tell you what, we are so excited that Outbound Down Under. For those of you, what is Outbound Down Under? Well, first of all, Outbound is the biggest sales only conference. What do we mean sales only? There's no pitching from the stage. There's none of that. And this is geared purely for outbound selling. We talk about prospecting, pipeline, and productivity. And we dig deep. And it's brought to you. It's you're going to hear from about 30 different speakers, all experts. We got 5 people from Australia. Bernadette kicks it off. So tell us a little bit, how does Outbound Down Under work?
So I'm super happy about this because COVID kind of ruined my plans for coming back over live to Atlanta again. And that first conference that I spoke at 2 years ago now, I've been to a number of conferences before, but there was something very, very special about Outbound. And I don't know what it was. There was just a vibe. There was just an intimacy. Even though you're talking like 1,000 people live, there was still such an intimacy around, I don't know, just this connected feeling. So that's kind of what was happening in the hallways and at the booths and all the rest of it. But on stage, I shouldn't say but on stage, and on stage, that was just a totally different vibe again. I mean, talk about rock concert, that's one part of it, but you're right, there's no selling from stage at all. It is all 100% content coming from the leaders in the industry. You guys, I mean, we're all colleagues and peers, but man, I was taking notes like you wouldn't believe. So, I really wanted to just, I guess, reiterate that and just say for anybody who is out there and you're seeing Outbound, you're seeing the hashtag Outbound Down Under or whatever it is, if you can jump on board, do so, because you are just going to absolutely shift your whole, approach.
Hey, this is great. We got people watching. It's great. Fellow Aussie is there, backing you up there. Hey, great to hear from you, Joe. Hey, question for you, because we have total 110 feet of video screen going across the stage. Translate that into meters. How wide is 110 meters? Because that's just the video screen. What would that be?
Oh, are you asking me?
I'm sorry. I don't. Okay. Well,
Okay, don't ask me when it comes to numbers.
let's just put it this way.
It was big.
It's 110 feet across is the video screen. And when you talk about a rock show, it really is a rock show that disrupts a sales meeting to take over a conference. I mean, it's powerful. It's amazing what it is. And you guys, because you said you were in the studio yesterday. See, this isn't. We're not doing Aussie Down Under from some back bedroom. No, we're doing this from a full-fledged studio.
So So this is another reason why I'm really super excited, because we can't be there in person. So I've gathered together 4 other really key people that can join us to create this stable of Australian speakers. And so, yes, there's going to be the virtual component. So each one of us on the Thursday the 17th and the Friday the 18th are going to be delivering whether it's a training, a breakout session, or keynotes on the Thursday and the Friday. So yes, that will be recorded. However, we are doing something very, very special. So I've teed it up that we're all meeting in Melbourne. So we've got Tony Hughes flying down from Sydney. So we all know Tony Hughes, and he's going to be sharing ideas around combo prospecting. We've got Laura Jade Harries. Now, LJ, as we know, LJ, she is, I saw her online once, and there was just something about her vibe that I love, but she had reached out to me earlier and kind of asked me a few mentoring questions and things like that. So I kind of helped her out a little there, and there was just something about her. I thought, nah, this girl's got something. So I want to bring her in as well. And to try to balance out the gender as well. And then we've got Luigi Prestonenzi, who will also be talking about lead generation and prospecting, and Mike Adams from Melbourne as well. And Mike is known for his book on storytelling and his ideas around storytelling. So the 5 of us will be going live. We'll be live streaming direct across to the world from the studios of Channel 31. So Channel 31 is a community TV station here in Melbourne, here in Australia. And so they've given us the opportunity to do our live streaming panel on the Thursday and the Friday morning. So yes, we're setting it up. We don't have the 110 meter or whatever it is screen, but we've certainly got like a 10-foot banner.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's going to be pretty special, because James chimed in and he said it's 33 meters across. 33 meters. That's what the video screen is. And this is what's funny, because we've got the dates down below. Now, remember, those of you in Australia, these are the Western Hemisphere dates, so you got to kind of change those around. But this you got to go out to outboundconference.com. And hey, what's your secret code? Because I bet you got a secret code that you'll be willing to share.
Yeah, mine is red, as in the color red, 100. So red 100. And guys, if you jump online, as Mark said, outboundconference.com/tickets. And just key in that code red 100, you'll get $100 off the ticket.
And that gets you not only the down under, but it gets you the stuff from the US. So then you do get to see 33 meters of video screen going across. Yeah, it really, we tried to get it to stretch all the way to Australia, but just couldn't make it happen. So yeah, I am really, really excited. I mean, man, it's just to be able to have this lineup of people. But hey, what do you see happening in sales? Because you got a unique perspective there coming to us. Well, you're speaking to everybody in Australia right now, but hey, the world is watching. What are you seeing from a sales perspective in Australia and Melbourne in particular?
Yeah, look, it is kind of business as usual over here. We're very fortunate that we're this island, on our own. So from a COVID perspective, it kind of is business as usual. Yes, this whole virtual face-to-face thing has shifted, and it will be here forever, this whole blended model. And what I'm seeing is that there is some, what's the word? Uncertainty with some of the salespeople out there who aren't, they probably were not real comfortable prospecting to begin with. And now they are having to prospect remotely, virtually, however you want to call it, and by Zoom. But that creates a whole nother conversation. What hasn't changed is that the phone is still there. And so what I'm seeing with a couple of businesses that I've got is we are actually having to re-educate the guys on their sense of certainty in themselves. And so, if we break things down, all of us, it doesn't matter what we're selling, we're all selling change. Okay, that's what we're selling ultimately. We're not selling products or services or anything like that. We're selling change. And what our buyers are buying, it's not our products or services. Our buyers are buying certainty in it. And so that's what we need to realize. It doesn't matter whether it's me looking at the camera directly, but I'm seeing in my peripheral vision our pictures down below. It's a little bit weird, but I'm talking to the camera. Just little things like this.
Yeah.
Are going to help. Are going to help the salesperson communicate their value a lot more clearer.
Boy, I tell you what, I love what you said. We're selling certainty, because that really is. And it is amazing the number of salespeople out there who are still kind of struggling. And I say, we're in an economy driven by optimism right now, because people are really expecting big things to happen. And it is a great opportunity to be able to sell right now. This is the greatest time to be in the profession. Hey, Brent Tillman's in the house. Good morning. Good morning, Brent. I've transported myself to Melbourne. I can say it's good morning. So anyway, yes.
Tillman. Brent.
Yeah. In fact, Bryn is my guest this coming week. So hey, you gotta now that'll be it at 10 a.m. Eastern time, which will be, hey, you can still catch it there. You can still catch us there. So Bryn, I'm looking forward to having you on. So, hey, talk to us, Bernadette. How do people get their head wrapped around this whole thing that we're selling confidence, or we're selling this other thing? How
do we do that? So, with any of us, we don't know what we don't know. Okay, and full stop. Period. All of us, in my opinion, for all of us to move forward, I have just re-engaged a new mentor, a new coach out of America who is helping me pivot. And so this is all part of it as well. We all get to a point, every single one of us, where we feel stuck, where we think, okay, I don't know what to do next. I don't know who to call next. I don't know what to say next. And so part of where I'm helping my clients is I've started to get a couple more consultants come into my sphere. And it's like, okay, consultants as in individual consultancies or, practices, as opposed to sales people. But it doesn't matter, because everybody has the same kind of stuckness. And it's like, what do I say? How do I position myself?
Hey.
And
hashtag stuckness. I like that. Hashtag stuckness. That's a drop the mic moment. I love that. That's great.
Hashtag stuckness. And how do I position myself, and how do I differentiate myself, and how do I stand out above the crowd? So this is all kind of stuff that once you can kind of nail all of that, okay, there's one way of looking at it. You nail something as simple as that, you feel more confident.
Ooh, I like that. Hey, if I'm on the main stage at OutBound, because I'll be speaking before you guys do, and I do hashtag stuckness, I'll do a call out for you. Okay? How's that sound? Hey, but this is so interesting, because you talk about how we are selling certainty, but in order to sell certainty, we have to be certain, and that is so key. And again, you're right. There's so many salespeople that just are not certain out there. Yeah,
I share this, and so I'm opening keynote speaker for Outbound Down Under and closing keynote speaker. So those of you that come into Outbound full stop. You'll see I actually address a little bit of this in my opening keynote. So I'm going to share 3 quick things here. Is how do you find that level of certainty? And so there's 3 ways that I have done that for myself and continue to remind myself of that. And that is go back in time, go back over your life and look for the evidence. Look for the evidence where you have achieved something, or it could have been at school, it could have been in your sports team, it could have been in your first job. But where's the evidence that you have kind of high-fived yourself, where you've kind of like really, achieved something, or you've stepped up? And bring that part of you to today. And then go forward into the future. Could be 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years from now. And think about, okay, what is it that you want to be doing, or who is that person? Because we can't make decisions from who we are today. We can only make decisions from who we are in the future. And to bring that level of excellence to today. So we're now bringing the past and the future to today. And then today, that becomes the essence of who you are. That becomes your essence. So we've got evidence, we've got bringing the excellence from the future to today, and that creates who you are today. And so this is my little, I guess, formula for what I do for myself, because I get stuck. I get totally confused.
Well, I'll tell you what, I love what you're sharing there, because I mean, it is so powerful. And we really do have to realize that the past really does impact the present, which I think is also one of those things that we have to really be mindful of, that we don't allow habits and just manners that we picked up during COVID, working from home and doing all this stuff, to really stick with us long term. Yep. We have to, and I think that's one of the reasons why I'm excited that OutBound is here in June, and because it really is going to help kick off the selling season. It really is going to kick things off, I think, for everybody who is there, whether you're joining us in person or online. And now, how long does the Down Under go? Because you're running 2 nights in conjunction with the main stage event, in Atlanta. So it starts at 8 a.m. and runs to what?
So I think Victor finishes Sales After Dark, and then you guys are throwing to us live, and I think it's 10 a.m. Melbourne time, the 17th and the 18th. And so I had a meeting with the team last week, the OutBound Down Under team last week, and we've put together a couple of themes for each of the days. So one will be based on, I can't remember the number of ways that you can get fired as a salesperson today. Okay, so that's going to be really interesting. The second one is selling from the future, because we are in the future here for you guys. For most of the world, we are the future. And that's going to bring in stuff like, how to sell internationally, or, bringing in a whole heap of different themes. So 10 a.m. and each of those panels will be running for around 90 minutes. So we're going to, and there's going to be some energy in there, and it's going to be a bit of fun as well. So definitely worth it.
So that's 10 a.m. Melbourne time, which will be 7 p.m. Eastern time. And you're right, because we're going to go from OutBound right into Victor Antonio After Dark, an event he does so well. And then we're going to throw it right over to you. So we're going to have you on the big screen for a whole lot of people to be watching. On that 33 meters. How's that sound? So anyway, hey, this has been absolutely terrific. We got to wrap this up, because 22 minutes is counting down on us fast. But I want you to do this. Red 100, that's your code, right?
Yeah.
Outboundconference.com is where you go to. And we know everybody in Australia can't make it live, but boy, you can catch it virtual, and plenty of different options. Yes, jump in.
Can I just mention to anybody who does sign up, there is the platform that we're using for the remote, the virtual side of things. You can jump in and you can chat with any one of those speakers. Just because you're away from OutBound live does not mean that you can't jump online and chat to Mark or Anthony Anarino or Jeb Blunt or Victor. So, you know, all of us are there in our virtual booths ready to talk to you guys.
Yeah, because I'll tell you what, sales is not a solo activity. Sales is a team sport. And that's really what we're doing, is we're really trying to lift the profession up. And that's really what Outbound is. So, hey, do me a favor. Stick around for the after the show, okay? But before you do that, what's your website real quick?
Mine?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. You're talking to me. BernadetteMcClelland.com.
Okay.
Or 3redfolders.com.
3 red folders. That's probably easier for people to remember. There you go. Hey, stick around for the after the show. We got to roll the video, and then you and I are going to have a great conversation, okay?
Cool.
Okay, that was quick. I told you that was going to be a quick video. Hey, great. You know what? I don't know why I was thinking Sydney, and of course you're in Melbourne because that's where we had lunch. Man, when was that? Was that probably 5 years ago now? 4 years ago?
It was the Salesforce.
It was the sales, right? World tour.
Yeah. It would have been 4 years ago. I'm just trying to think. 4 years ago.
Okay. And I guess it was the year before that we had met in London. So yeah.
Cannot wait to go back. And see our friend. Yes.
Yeah, it is. So, hey, I'm so, and things are rocking and rolling for you. You're having fun, aren't you? Yes, I guess. The short answer is yes. Hey, come on. You know, with me, you can't answer in the negative because I am an optimist. Okay. So come on, get over that.
Absolutely having fun. Yeah.
So anyway.
Well, and trying new things and making mistakes and high-fiving myself as well. So
no, I'll tell you what, you're doing a great job. So absolutely terrific. When do you hope to get to the States next?
We'll probably have an answer probably around September. So we're live. Don't go say anything you don't want to say. No. We're looking at making a move to have a holiday over there February.
Okay.
So touch wood, all things going according to plan, we want to come back over. So I want to go up to Montana and do some horse riding.
Okay, good. Because we've had this after the show where people have said things they didn't mean to say. And
no, I never do that, Mark.
We had to go back and edit. See, this is why you got to check. This is why you have to really pay attention to the after the show live. So anyway, hey, I got to run because hey, it's the work day for you. And it's Sunday night at 5:25 here in the central part of the United States. But hey,
got it. Well, look, thank you so much for today. It was it's always great talking to you, Mark.
Hey, it is great. Thank you so much, and we'll see you live down under. Take care.
A few weeks. Bye for now.